Hi everybody, Mike with Enviroscape LA. So this is a kind of a different video, landscaping gone wrong and things not to do in the landscape. So we're here at a commercial building here in Redondo Beach, and this landscape it's only less than 2 years old. And you know, any landscape is gonna look good, you know, for a year or two, but then if the infrastructure is not done properly, it's going to begin to show up within 2 years. So I wanted to give you an example of some things I'm talking about. The irrigation was done wrong, even the tree staking. So this morning we went ahead and took off. This tree was actually double staked. It had a stake over on this side, a stake over on this side. And that's what you want to do when a tree is planted. However, check this out. The original stake that the tree came with was never removed. It was in the back here, and these big, strong bands were around the tree and around the stake. So whenever you put in whenever you put in a tree, take the original stake off. I'm not sure that's really going to survive. It starved energy to the cabium layer. Tree looks great now, but hopefully it's gonna recover. But it's little things like that that really bug me. Another thing, they had here weed barrier. Don't put weed barrier. You know, if you at the side of your house you're gonna put gravel, put weed barrier down and put gravel, but don't put it here. There's an oxygen gas exchange. On the other side of the building, it was really bizarre. I actually saw roots growing above the ground. Now, where do roots belong? Under the soil, not above, but they were starved for oxygen because of the weed barrier. Don't put that in. The mulch should be able to suppress the weeds enough, and you're gonna have a little maintenance to do. Another thing, the drip irrigation. Check these lines out. So my foot is about 12 inches. And so there's 1, 2. These lines are about 2 inches, 2 feet apart. That's not the way to do drip irrigation. You want to build a grid with drip irrigation. You want to be able to do a line and then 12 inches over, do another line, 12 inches over, do another line. That way the entire place gets saturated within about 30 minutes. If you do this, it's done improperly. Another thing, with the weed barrier, here's a little piece of what it looks like. This was stapled down, and then the drip irrigation was on top. So the drip irrigation, whenever the water came out, it actually went on top of this and went all the way to the bottom. This hasn't gotten hardly any water in the past couple of years. Not a good thing to do. Also, speaking about the drip irrigation, when you use the 0.6 gallon per hour drip irrigation with a 12-inch spacing, you can only run about 330 linear feet. They had over 500 feet on these runs. So I guarantee you the end of, so even if they had not put the weed barrier, the end of the line was not getting water, any water at all. And they're wondering why plants are dying. So these are just some of the things that you want to look for. Landscaping done right is not expensive. Landscaping done twice is very expensive. So don't make these mistakes. So in summation, what you want to do is you want to stake your trees with the double pole lodge stakes, but you want to take the original stake off. You want to put drip irrigation, 12-inch spacing. Every 12 inches, there's a row of drip irrigation. And then in conclusion, you want to make sure that you don't run too long of a run. Like I said, it's about 330 feet for 12-inch spacing, 0.6 gallon per hour of the Rainbird Copper Shield technology. So that's it. So common mistakes are made in landscapes. Mike with Enviroscape LA signing off. When you think sustainability, regeneration, think Enviroscape LA.